Me, just watching some TV. 12-year-old me realizing I'm gay. Interesting. That is interesting. Because I think a lot of people probably have this moment. But whether or not they actually, clock it is the real question. Because some people are probably just gonna look at it and be like, I feel something, but then kind of just, suppress it again. Don't do it. Listen, if you're gay, you're gay. Hello BabyQueers, and welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be a wild collection of just general queer memes I can find. So, I know you're here for that. But before we get started, you know the drill. Go get hydrated, grab some water, or some tea, or whatever else you like to drink. And then we'll look at some more fun memes. Are you hydrated? Good, let's go. My parents at age 18. Let's have a baby. Yes. It's a boy. Yes. One day we'll be grandparents too. Yes. Me at age 30. Married? I don't know, dude. I think a roommate would be better. This is so funny to me. Because a lot of people, or at least speak about it more openly now, are actually child-free. And don't ever want kids. And to just assume when your baby is born that someday they're gonna give you grandkids seems weird. Do people actually do that? It seems really weird. I know people, parents start asking at some point. Because my mother was always like, oh yeah, no, when I was your age, I didn't want kids either. You'll change your mind. I hate to break it to you, mother. I'm not actually 30 yet. But I'm almost 25, and I don't ever want children. So the only grandkids you're gonna get might be plants. Okay, if you're attracted to her, you're a latent homosexual. Sorry, I don't make the rules. What now? I mean, if you're a woman, then yeah, if you're attracted to her that way, you're definitely kind of gay. There's definitely something fruity going on. But what? Liking her or being attracted to her makes you a homosexual. Right, I think literally only women were meant to see this post because otherwise it makes no sense. Me, cosplaying these beauties. My biological masculinity. Hey, listen. Have you seen drag queens? Have you seen how some drag queens are really good at making themselves look like women? You know, go for it. You might have to work a little bit harder, but still, go nuts. And also, there's still something very sexy about someone very obviously masculine kind of cosplaying a sexy woman's character. We've all seen that Lara Croft cosplay by this completely ripped dude. Come on, just go for it. I dare you. Them, are you a bottom or a top? Me, the princess switch. Please tell me people don't actually go around asking that. Because literally, it's not your business. If you're looking for a potential partner, sure, it becomes relevant. But please tell me y'all aren't out here asking random people that. Please. If a little breeze between your legs can keep you from feeling like a real man, then you're a fragile little snowflake and I pity you. Yeah. This is the thing. You're gonna pretend you're all masculine and alpha and you don't take shit from no one, but you're gonna let a little sign in a store tell you what to wear and what not to wear. That's better, dude. Come on, listen. Wear whatever the fuck you wanna wear. Why do we care if it's masculine or feminine? If you like wearing a certain piece of clothing, or a certain style of clothing, or items of clothing, Who gives a shit? Y'all need to chill. Literally. What transphobe think me going to the bathroom looks like? Just spying around the corner. But what it actually looks like, just going to the bathroom like a normal person. Because trust and believe, even though trans people are probably very nervous in public bathrooms, they're still going to be washing their hands, even though they literally just want to get out of there as quickly as possible. They're still going to take the time to wash their hands, because why wouldn't you, you know? Transgender is a mental illness. So you like bullying mentally ill people? Yeah. If you do want to live by that, and be like, it is a mental illness, it's really stupid to begin with. Because obviously it's just dumb. But still, even if you go by that logic, doing what you're doing is incredibly rude. Okay, a teenage girl just trying to fit in and be seen as normal. She has insecurities when compared to other prettier girls. She's deathly afraid of being outed and having the whole world know her secret. She owns a shark pillow. You know, the code. I mean, I guess we're claiming her. But, yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, I know a lot of teenage girls in general are gonna have, like, insecurities. If not all of them. Because being a teenager just sucks, you know? But still, this reads a certain way, and I like this interpretation. And now I definitely have to go watch this movie, don't I? Is it out yet? I forgot what it's called. Does anyone know what this movie is called? Okay, having pronouns in your bio is stupid. How am I supposed to know your pronouns then? Our username /potato27. Well, listen. If you think having pronouns in your bio is stupid, then you also can't really be offended if people just use gender-neutral pronouns and just keep referring to you as they, them, and not use gender language at all, because they don't want to misgender you, so they're just gonna use neutral language, you know? To be fair, it works better online, because in real life they're just gonna be like, I'm obviously a man, like, don't you have eyes? Like, bro, calm down. Trans person, my sis ass that bought the last blaha. Why would you do that? Now they're gonna have to order it online and wait 6 weeks. Rude. Are you an ally or not? Joking. I'm joking, okay? Calm down. But you're not even from North America? 19 with the trans flag. Yeah, that's the trans flag, Liam. Transylvania, that's not even a country, that's a region. Please tell me you're joking. Please tell me you're joking. Because I know people keep forgetting trans people exist. Unless they're like really hateful and do everything in their power to make sure we don't have rights, you know? So I kind of wish those people would actually forget we exist. But still, I feel like most people just kind of randomly forget trans people exist until they remember every once in a while. But how did you get North America from this flag? A gay person exists in a movie. Religious people. They're forcing their lifestyle on us. Also religious people. When's the last time a gay person knocked on your door and was like, hey, can I tell you about the gay? Or try to like win you over to being queer? Because we aren't dumb, we know that's not how it works. But y'all don't know how religious freedom works and think you need to push it in everyone's face. Obviously not all religious people. Like, I have no problem with people being religious, but it reads very different to religious people TM, you know, because those are the ones that be like, no, our religion is the only right religion, and if you don't follow it, you're a sinner, or you're whatever, not I don't know what these people say. I try not to listen to them, but these are the kind of people that will make or try to make everyone follow the rules of their religion, because a lot of the times these shit, like, they just make up rules, like, oh, you can't be gay, you know. So don't be a religious person TM, just be a person who has a religion, you know. If someone you love is cis, don't give up hope. It's never too late to transition. Yes, fair. Kind of more from a wholesome standpoint of, listen, if you actually are trans and you suppressed it for very long, or tried thinking it will go away and then realize, or like accept that you're trans quite late in life, it is never actually too late to transition. But I still like the joke, you know? People being in love. Ooh, love is in the air. Wait, no, I'm just gonna leave. Wait, what are you doing? It's a pride thing. Don't ask me why I found so many like aro and asexual memes, but I did, and I'm not actually that mad at it. But yeah, you don't want to accidentally catch it, you know, but if you're aro, you're not going to. But still, making it very obvious to someone trying to flirt with you, if you don't know if they're serious or not, if they're just like play flirting because you like doing that with your friends, that's fine. That's good flirting. But if you're aro and you don't want to for someone to actually flirt with you, making it very clear to them is probably a good idea. Let not the enemy's machinations sow discord where none exists. Our flag, ever growing, ever flowing, indivisible. So listen, I don't want to see none of this infighting. I don't want to see it, because it's like for the dumbest thing of like, okay, you're queer, but you're not queer enough. So I think we should exclude you, even though I know what it's like to be excluded and hated on just for being who I am, but I'm still gonna like push that onto you so I feel better, which is dumb. It's dumb and it doesn't work. Like, you're not gonna feel better at the end of the day, and it doesn't help anyone, and it's just so incredibly stupid, because it helps the homophobes and the transphobes who try to just roll back literally every rights that queer people have gained with very hard work over the years. They're trying to roll that back, and y'all focusing on, oh, you're a different kind of queer and that's not queer enough, versus the people that are actually trying to damage our community, is incredibly stupid. Y'all, wake up, please. Yeah, me and Hell trying to explain what bussy means to a peasant who committed blasphemy in 1264. I honestly, if someone were to make like a series of this, to just be like meeting random things that have been considered sins over the years and just kind of making these people meet in hell, it'd be so pointless. Like, there probably wouldn't be an overall plot, but I would watch it because it would be funny. Because you're just gonna be like, yeah, that's, you know how you're, you know how you sleep with women? Well, it's like that. We have a word for that, and you're just kind of fumbling around with the words. I'd watch it. Literally. Lungs, I breathe air for you. Heart, I pump blood for you. Liver, I filter waste for you. Brain, I make you question yourself twice an hour. Great. Amazing. Good job. My god. Listen. It is gonna get easier with time, because even though your brain will still potentially throw those doubts at you, because your brain just likes to stir the pot sometimes. It's gonna get easy to deal with it because it's just like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? Like, just shut up, focus on something else, because literally we know we are queer, whatever like flavor of queer that is. And just shut up and like focus on something else, brain, please. Okay, this is grooming, but this isn't. Become Jehovah's friend. Exposing your kids to gay people is grooming, but having your kids join a cult is okay. Jehovah's Witnesses are a cult just like Scientology and Heaven's Gate. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Like, teaching your kids that gay people exist and that it's okay to love who you love or be who you are is apparently grooming and is apparently a bad thing. But y'all realize that teaching a child that it's okay to be themselves and be authentic to themselves doesn't just apply to being queer, right? Like, if you teach your child that, and if you teach them acceptance, I know y'all are raging racists as well, so you don't actually care, but that child is gonna grow up more well-adjusted than any of y'all and be more chill and accepting than all of y'all. If they meet someone who's different to them, that is gonna not immediately go into that, oh, I'm scared it's different, I'm gonna hate them for no reason mode, which is just, my god, what are you? Listen, a part of human nature is very much still stuck in like, this is the Stone Age and anything new and different is gonna be considered dangerous mode. But y'all, if you just take 1 second to breathe and figure out that, oh, maybe this person actually isn't so different, and get out of your Stone Age mode, we would all have a better time, you know? Me, when I meet a bisexual who can sit straight, is it possible to learn this power? I thought it was impossible to. Are there actually any queer people who do sit, like, straight? How? Literally just how? I can't do it. Like, I could make myself, like, sit with, like, good posture and, like, sit really straight and normally in a chair. But it'd be so uncomfortable that I literally couldn't do it. And as soon as I don't focus on how I sit anymore, I'm just gonna automatically, like, rearrange myself differently on that chair. So how? Okay, this is Terry the Fat Shark. He brings testosterone and estrogen for everyone. Next week, he will bring binders and clothes for everyone. Thank you, Terry. Everybody, go thank Terry for doing a good job. Listen, that is amazing. We love to see it. Okay, this is gay. This is straight. And then there's me. Romance? No. Peace and quiet. Fair. Because I'm beginning to think that part of the reason I just hate relationships is because I was kind of forcing myself to be in relationships even though I didn't technically want relationships, and then just kind of ended up just hating relationships in general because I was like, that is not working. Like, how do you deal with this? This is complicated. Like, I don't want it. And then you hate it. So peace and quiet is actually fair. Whereas if you're someone who does want relationships and is like super romantically attracted to people as well, it's not gonna feel like peace and quiet to force yourself to be single. But you know, from Eros' perspective, definitely. Okay, define biological female without excluding any cis woman. You can't. Born with the intention or capability of holding eggs. Okay, so what you're telling me is that this is a woman? Listen, if this person in the picture kind of realizes they're trans, that's cool. But they just took a photo of some random dude holding some eggs. Y'all, I think you need to go back and rework that definition you tried to pull up. Okay, if the shooter turns out to be Hispanic, it says build a wall. If they're Arab, ban Muslims. If they're trans, it's definitely trans terrorism. But if they're cis, straight, and white, we need to ask ourselves how we as a society are failing these poor troubled young men. What kind of movies, video games, and music are we making? are yes, because obviously if you play like shooter games or games with violence in general, it means you wanna shoot up places, obviously. But listen, I mean, yeah, we should definitely ask ourselves where we're going wrong as a society, because, my god, y'all with your gun violence, it's unhinged. It is entirely too many. So, you know, there's definitely something that needs to be changed, but I don't think you're focusing on the right thing. Okay, we deserve to hold hands without fear. This is just cute. I love these chameleon comics. And listen, it's just adorable. They're just really cute, and we love to see it. How I feel when people misgender me. Yeah. Like, if they do it by accident, it already hurts. But it's like, fine. Because if they don't know better, it's kind of okay. If you're really awkward like me, you can never actually correct people, but do better than me, please. But listen, if someone does it on purpose, I can understand like actually flipping them off and then walking away. Once a girl in my class stood at the front of the room and came out as a lesbian. The entire class started laughing at her and being plain rude. I stood up and silenced the whole class as I clapped. Then when everyone was silent, I also came out as a lesbian. The girl smiled and ran over to hug me, thanking me for getting them to stop. We became friends and I soon developed the biggest crush on her. I asked her out and she said yes. She had the same reply today when I asked her to marry me. Oh my fucking god, if you don't think this is the cutest shit ever, go home. Petition to have a movie made of this story. Yes. Please. That would be so cute. That would be so cute. Honestly, it wouldn't be as funny as the people meeting in hell storyline, but it'd just be so adorable. And I would still definitely watch this, because they're cute, and they're lesbians, and I have to. Me. Dress however you want. Gender is fake, nothing matters. Trans person. I like gender though. Me. Hell yeah, I respect that. I apologize. I didn't mean to dismiss your identity with my optimism nihilism. Good poster P. Yeah, denounce gender roles, but respect gender identity. Yeah. Exactly. Like, I'm not saying you can't dress a certain way, but I still think gender is very fake. And it logically makes no sense. You know, because dress however you want and, like, identify however, like, you do. You know, because there's literally no point in just trying to be like, okay, I identify as, like, thing A, but I'm gonna pretend to be thing B because I'm expected to. That makes no sense. What are we doing? So yeah, respect gender identity, but denounce gender roles. Listen, no one cares anymore. Or no one should care anymore. And to finish off, I really don't know if I included this before. I think I probably did, but I'm gonna include it again because I love art, and I haven't had gay art in very long in these videos, so there you go, some cute art. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the memes today. I hope you're hydrated. And also, if you haven't eaten anything in a while, maybe go grab a snack, you know, because y'all need to take care of yourselves. So anyways, I hope you had fun, and I'll see you in 3 days.